What if the biggest threat to your leadership isn't AI taking your job, but your inability to lead the people who use it? Welcome to Expert Review Episode 9. Today, we're dissecting the core shift in executive strategy as we move deeper into the age of artificial intelligence. If you're still treating AI as just a tech update or a way to cut costs, you're already behind the curve. In the next few minutes, we're going to show you how the world's top CEOs are actually pivoting their leadership style to stay relevant. I'm your narrator, and today on Leadership Growth in the Age of AI, we are diving into our 9th expert review. This series focuses on the intersection of human intuition and machine intelligence. We've analyzed hundreds of hours of executive feedback to bring you the most critical insights for this quarter. We aren't just talking about ChatGPT, we're talking about the fundamental restructuring of how business gets done. The first major trend our experts identified is what we call the cognitive offloading trap. As AI becomes more capable of drafting emails, coding, and generating reports, there is a natural tendency for leaders to stop thinking critically about the output. Our review of mid-market firms shows a 15% drop in quality control when AI is introduced without a human-in-the-loop framework. Expert leaders don't use AI to replace thought. They use it to provide a version 0.1 feat so they can spend more time on version 2.0. If you aren't reviewing the logic behind the machine's output, you aren't leading, you're just facilitating. In Episode 9, we need to talk about the augmentation value. Most businesses look at AI and ask, how many hours can this save us? But the experts we've interviewed suggest a different question. How much more creative can our team be with the time they have? True ROI in the AI age is measured by the quality of strategic decisions, not just the speed of production. We've seen that companies prioritizing creative output over simple speed-up metrics are seeing a 30% higher retention rate among top talent. Leaders must shift the narrative from doing more to doing better. Communication is the bedrock of leadership, but the language of leadership is changing. Prompt engineering isn't just for developers anymore, it's a core leadership competency. Why? Because the way you prompt an AI is remarkably similar to how you should be delegating to your team, with clarity, context, and defined constraints. Our expert panel noted that leaders who master structured communication with AI find that their human-to-human communication improves as well. They become more precise, less ambiguous, and more focused on outcomes. One of the most debated topics in our recent review is the role of the gut feeling. AI can analyze historical data with 99% accuracy, but it cannot predict the black swan events or the irrational shifts in human emotion. The expert consensus is clear. Use AI for the data, but use your leadership intuition for the final call. We call this data-informed, human-led. In this episode, we highlight a case study where a retail CEO ignored an AI's recommendation to close stores based on data, instead choosing to pivot to a community center model. The result was a record-breaking year. The AI saw the past, the leader saw the future. Finally, we must address the ethical weight of AI leadership. Transparency is the new currency. If your team is afraid that AI is a precursor to layoffs, productivity will plummet. Experts suggest a policy of radical transparency. Show your team exactly how the tools are being used, what the data is being used for, and how their roles will evolve rather than disappear. Trust is harder to build in a digital environment, but it is twice as easy to lose. The age of AI doesn't demand less leadership, it demands better leadership. As we wrap up Expert Review Episode 9, remember that the tools will change every month, but the principles of human connection, strategic vision, and ethical responsibility remain constant. If you found these insights valuable, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community of forward-thinking leaders. Check the description for our latest white paper on AI implementation. Until next time, keep growing, keep leading, and stay curious.